Hey everyone, you're watching Things and Stuff, a show where I talk about things and stuff. In today's episode, we're going to look at the top 5 games everyone needs to look forward to in 2015. With that said, let's get things started. Number 5, Xenoblade Chronicles X. When the original Xenoblade Chronicles game was released in the Wii back in 2010, many Western gamers feared they would never get the chance to play this critically acclaimed RPG. It took almost 2 years and several fan-driven campaigns, such as Project Rainfall, before Nintendo finally localized it, and it was worth the wait. Xenoblade Chronicles showcased vast worlds that not only felt alive, but also pushed Nintendo's Wii to its limits. A few years and one Shulk and Smash Bros. Later, Nintendo is planning on releasing the sequel this year. And if you haven't had the chance to play the original game as yet, and you can't find a good copy around anywhere, then good news for you, Nintendo will release the first game again on the new 3DS later this year. Xenoblade Chronicles X boasts a world that's 3 times bigger than its predecessor, much prettier graphics, character creation, and the ability to battle with or without mechs. Xenoblade Chronicles X is definitely something any real gamer should keep an eye on this year. Number 4, Rise of the Tomb Raider. When the Tomb Raider reboot hit the 360 and PS3 in 2013, it surpassed all expectations and turned out to be one hell of an amazing action game. I personally didn't even think it was going to be that good, and then it just blew me away. For years, Lara Croft has always struggled to find her footing in the gaming industry, but Crystal Dynamics really stepped up their game with the 2013 reboot. Now in 2015, Lara Croft is back and ready to take us on another adventure. Rise of the Tomb Raider sees a slightly older and more mature Lara head into Siberia in search of the secret of immortality. New features include hunting, crafting your own survival gear, fun, and Crystal Dynamics has also promised what we all want, more tombs.
Miss Croft.
We become who we're meant to be.
Number 3, Batman Arkham Knight. Why is this game not out as yet? Rocksteady Games absolutely smashed all expectations when the first Arkham game was released back in 2009, and after that, Rocksteady shattered expectations again when they released the almost perfect Arkham City right after that. Now in 2015, Rocksteady's given their all to send the Dark Knight out with a bang in their final Arkham game, Arkham Knight. The story is set 1 year after the events of Arkham City. Scarecrow has returned to Gotham City in an effort to unite Batman's greatest enemies, such as Harley Quinn, Two-Face, and the Penguin, in an effort to finally kill the Dark Knight. And if that wasn't bad enough, Rocksteady has created an all-new and all-mysterious new enemy, literally called the Arkham Knight. No one knows who he is, but developers have promised that this is one baddie who can and will go toe-to-toe with Batman. Is this the end for Batman? Guess we'll find out in June.
No savior. No more hope. No more Batman.
Number 2, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Right off the bat, I'm just going to say that the PS3 Uncharted trilogy were some of my favorite games that I played last gen. The first Uncharted served as a good intro to the series, and with each passing installment, developers Naughty Dog have only amped up the adrenaline. Uncharted 4 picks up 3 years after the events of Uncharted 3, and Nathan Drake has retired from his gunslinging, grave robbing, treasure hunting life until his dead brother who isn't really dead shows up. What a twist! Together, they go off in search of a long-lost pirate colony, which means they're hunting for pirate booty. Arrgh! Now, interesting tidbit, and I know some of you won't care, but Nolan North, who is the voice of Nathan Drake, will be joined by Troy Baker, who will play the role of his brother. This is pretty crazy because between the two of these guys, they've voiced almost every single video game character in the last several years. That aside, Uncharted 4 is going to be absolutely glorious. In fact, it would be my number 1 game if it wasn't for...
Outgoing! Oh no!
Number 1, The Legend of Zelda. I mean, look at the grass and the scenery and the arrow, and look at the damn bow and the arrow with the blue lasers, and just look! The Zelda series has been one that many gamers hold very near and dear to their hearts, and my personal favorite series of all time. That said, this year's installment will see Link in a world unlike ever before. Nintendo is shaking things up with the traditional Zelda formula and giving us a giant sandbox world to play in. Many people have already likened the size of its world to Skyrim, and early rumors suggest it could be way bigger. Now, a huge open world is great, but hopefully Nintendo takes a point from Xenoblade Chronicles and fills it out and just makes it feel really alive. That said, others have speculated that this time around Link may be ditching the iconic Master Sword and instead opt for his main weaponry being a bow and arrow. Further evidence showcasing the focus on bowplay, giggity, is the fact that you no longer need to manually control your horse. Epona in this game will instead act like a real horse, avoiding all trees and obstacles on her own, leaving you free to pick off enemies like some kind of Hylian sniper. I'm sorry, can I get that bow again? And that about wraps up our show today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and let me know what are your most anticipated games of 2015 down in the comments below. Thanks for watching Things and Stuff. Stay tuned and stay awesome. Hey guys, be sure to stay on top of all the latest things and stuff. Click here to subscribe for future videos, click here to check out our last video, and click here to follow us on Twitter.